This is for the girls who were forced into becoming women, who had their hearts set on their dreams but now are forced into counseling. To those women who ran for help no matter how soon or late, only to be turned away and casted out as liars by their families and their friends, who for years gave up the fight to only take that road of flight. Left to run alone to find ways to numb the pain, becoming alcoholics and drug addicts who chose hooking because they think they deserve that pain. This is for the women who tried to kill themselves, who cried silent nights just to pray it would all end, who had one too many blackouts while trying to numb the pain, not realizing we were only just putting ourselves back in harm's way. To the women who overdosed and finally saw the light, how beautiful it was, but she just knew it wasn't time. She came back to reality and finally saw her truth. Now it's time to fight and keep on speaking her truth. To the detective she ran to, know how much courage it took for her to tell you that she was just a teen girl, manipulated and afraid by a family member, a cousin. He had weapons, you see, and so she had to choose to lie still and frozen and be assaulted, or to scream and he try to shoot her family. She only thought to save her family because, you see, they are everything. But know how it was too late. The devil came into her life and there was no running away. He came back years later disguised as a friend, a volunteer firefighter who saves and serves the people, but really date rapes instead. She tried to fight back this time only to be reminded of how weak and naive she was to put her trust into this man. Yes, it may have been many years after her assaults when she finally had the guts to run to the cops, but only after seeing her rapist 7 years later. She was re-traumatized, horrified, ran like a bat out of hell because she didn't feel safe, only for him to follow her and watch her slip back into pain. So know the pain and struggle she dealt with when she first ran for help. And not one soul had trusted her. So why didn't she run to the cops? Why would she? Maybe it was because her family didn't care, or maybe they just didn't know what to do. Know that after so many years, she finally built up the courage to tell her stories of trauma and pain to you, only for you to tell her she's just 1 year too late. Miss, the statutory limits in our state have been exceeded. I'm sorry to tell you, but you have been defeated. There's nothing you can do. It's time to move on. Just let it all go. You can't let this control your life anymore. Those were words from her family. How easy it is for them to say, not knowing this pain of defeats and trauma that she lives with each and every single day. To those who think it's easy to just let this shit go, I'm here to tell you that you don't know. I never asked for pain, and I never asked to be raped. I never asked to be drugged and laughed at while I'm crying in pain. I never asked for people to see me as a liar, and I never asked to consistently live with this trauma. I never asked for PTSD or anxiety. I never asked for triggers and flashbacks, panic attacks, and insecurities. I never asked for constant feeling of not being worthy or feeling worthless. I never asked for days of wishing that I was just dead. I never asked to fight this every single day battle for the rest of my life. Something no one understands unless you've lived in my shoes and have been what I have been through. This pain will always be a part of who I am, but I won't ever let it defeat me because that's not who I am. I don't have many who understand, but just know I'll fight this battle in every way that I can. Because even though I wasn't served justice, I have faith in God that one day I'll be served justice. But until then, I'll serve my justice by not sitting in silence anymore. Because my voice screams, I am a survivor, not a victim anymore.